What's good, team? Right now, I'm about to bring you guys another general discussion topic today. Today's discussion topic is going to be going over Worlds 2016. There's a few things I want to cover in this video, and I think I got some good points to make about Worlds in general. So, without further ado, let's begin. Starting out by saying, for everyone who watched, who went to Worlds 2016, shout out to you guys, cause that event looked fucking fun as hell. Typical Worlds format, 32 players, I believe, from different countries came around to the event and played to try to be pretty much the king of games. And just like almost every year, top 8 ended up being one Japan guy playing Magic Specters, United States playing Monarchs, another Japan playing Blue Eyes, Australia playing Monarchs, United States playing Blue Eyes, Japan playing Blue Eyes, Magic Specters, and another Blue Eyes deck. So, as I predicted in my Worlds video I did last week, you were going to get the Blue Eyes and you were going to get the Monarch variants, specifically the non-domain variants. So, I'm glad I got kind of figured that one part out. I mean, the Worlds banlist was pretty much set up for Blue Eyes to win. The deck did not get touched at Worlds for the Worlds banlist. Now, the event seemed to be ran pretty smooth. Konami seemed like they got their shit together with the editing and the recording of the feature matches. So shout out to the Konami team about that at all. But it's one thing I want to talk about this event, and the thing I wanted to mention about the event is, haven't you guys always noticed that anytime that there's a world championship for Yu-Gi-Oh, Japan or an OCG player usually wins the event? Before the making of this video, I actually went online and Yu-Gi Wiki to see all the world's winners, and I noticed it was 9 winners for Worlds. They were all from the OCG. Majority Japan, then you had China, Taiwan, and I'm just thinking, damn. Out of the 13 years Konami has been holding the Yu-Gi-Oh World Championships, majority of the winners are OCG, and some people might say, well, the OCG players are better than the American players or the European players or the Australian players. And while that could be a good argument to make, I'm going to sit back and say, they possibly are better than us, but when you think about it, look at their event numbers versus ours. America has a good quality of players, so does Europe. And I'm not discrediting the players in the OCG. I'm just going to sit up here and say, I personally believe the OCG has a huge advantage when it comes to Worlds. A huge advantage. I mean, just look at this year. They had the Blue Eyes deck to fuck with for Worlds. And when you think about that, that was pretty much unfair for the US players and everyone else going to Worlds outside of OCG players, because their entire recent format was all Blue Eyes. I mean, yeah, they had their Monarchs and etc., but for the most part, they've been playing with the Blue Eyes for months now, so they already know how to fine-tune and edit their builds for said event. In America, we only had the deck, a month, if that, so I just felt like we definitely was at a disadvantage going to this event. And the same thing we said for last year too, when Teller Knights won Worlds. The Japanese guy, actually the same Japanese guy won both events, Shunsuke Hiyama. He's a beast, by the way. He's an amazing player. So once again, I'm not discrediting any OCG player, but it's common sense that OCG has a huge advantage because they get the cards first. At least a format in advance before we get the stuff. So if you lead up to a Worlds event, of course they're gonna have of course they're gonna win. I mean, it's common sense. They got the shit first. They know how to play with the decks. They know what they're doing with the stuff. It's just like when we get decks, the TCG decks, yeah, the first few builds might not be okay, but after hours of play testing, figuring out different ratios, knowing what you want to do with the deck, getting more comfortable, knowing how to play out of sticky situations, you fine-tune your build to be perfect for you. And I'm going to go ahead and say Eric Christensen build, obviously it was great because he got him second place. If he would have had at least a few more months to prep for this event, he probably would have dominated the event. He probably would have figured out ratios, figured out what cards are going to work better for the mirror match, and he probably would have had an even advantage to beat Shunsuke in the final. Correct me if I'm wrong if I'm pronouncing his name, but overall, I just think Worlds is a great example of why Konami needs to fuse the TCG and the OCG ban list, and all of the sets need to be released worldwide instead of being, okay, OCG get their shit first, then TCG get their shit, then OCG, then that's just dumb. I feel like everyone should be on an even playing field. We're gonna have a thing called a World Championship qualifier, because if we don't, you're gonna have shit like we're having now. I mean, 9 years of OCG winning worlds is kind of ridiculous. And then the other 4 years was one guy from Canada, one guy from Italy, the guy from Europe, Galileo, and one guy from Chile. So out of all the people who went to Worlds over the past 13 years, 9 of them was OCG players. So when you do the math, and this is a card game, you can honestly say that, I'm not going to say that Japanese players and OCG players are that much more better than everyone else around the world, because they are skilled. It's just common sense says they are at a huge advantage because they get the stuff first and they know how to play with the cards, and they already went through the process of figuring out ratios and etc. So let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comment section down below. And as I always tell you guys, if you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. Upload 3 times a week. On Mondays to do my general discussions, on Wednesdays to do my top 10s, and on Fridays to do my explain series, and I explain decks and archetypes in detail. I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. Chris from Team Innovation, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Stay innovative. Deuces. We haven't had one of those in a while, and honestly, having a good control deck that's knowledge orientated is very powerful. Trust me. The last time I remember was